I hate Miami. It's a fun time to talk about this game. And all at the same time, we can celebrate what just happened. Florida State on its way back to the ACC championship, and that's where we begin. An appreciation for the journey that's been had, right? We remember the day that Mike Norvell was hired. We found ourselves in a beleaguered state as a fan base. We knew that times were tough. We were, as I like to describe, during the down years, during the lean years when Tom Lang was in school, the lost decade, we were the character that I created in the alley. One too many leaning up against a trash can, getting spit on by the rest of the league, needing to fight our way back. And we had found ourselves once again in that spot. And so it was. Mike came in and he was enthusiastic. We thought, we'll see what this guy can do. And pretty quickly, despite a weird COVID year and a less than satisfying 5-7 season, you saw some signs that perhaps there was consistency building. There was a lack of player. You needed to build your roster back up and raise the level of talent. And you thought maybe in due time we'll see a little something. Then the 10-win season happened a year ago. But even that had some mixed results. Again, we were building towards something. Some might say climbing towards something. But Florida State, by and large, save for the LSU game, lost to every good team they played a year ago. And that set the stage for this season. And the expectations were very high because you have an organization like the Battle's Inn that has been able to retain talent, and also for some kids who came in and acquire talent. And all of a sudden, suddenly there was a balance to this offense and defensive mesh that you thought, okay, this could work. They could be good enough. Well, guess what? They are good enough now to reach the first goal, which is to go back to the ACC championship. And why is that important? Well, it's important, A, because, again, proof of concept, Florida State continues to rattle off win after win after win. Meanwhile, speaking of beleaguered, look around. You've got a Florida program that's fighting like hell just to try to make a bowl, a Miami team who comes off a robust 6 points against NC State, and a quarterback that looks broken. These are all things that obviously work in Florida State's favor as long as they keep winning and those teams keep losing. Perhaps those recruiting classes that those fan bases reference on the regular fall to pieces, because who wants to play for a bum? And right now, Florida and Miami, nothing but bums. Nothing but bums, losing at home to the likes of Arkansas, sorry ass, scoring 6 points against NC State. Good God, this thing's not moving forward, guys. Miami and Florida don't look like they're gaining any traction, but Florida State's still undefeated. Florida State is on their way to the college football playoff as it stands today. Moreover, though, focus in. You're on your way to winning an ACC championship. And think about this. Not only will we see you in Charlotte, but you remember the last time we were in Charlotte. We went there, Tom, you and I, and others from the Warchant staff. And while we were at those meetings, it was there that we felt the scorn and the verbal pot shots, the disdain for being the loudest man in the room regarding the need to get out of this league for financial reasons, obviously. And all we heard back was, you better be good this year, Florida State. All that talking and all you guys have done is stink lately. Now, after what, one 10-win season in which you lost, as I said, to most of the good teams you faced, we're supposed to believe that you're the team that's going to go to the ACC championship game? Yep, you are. And now it's happened. Florida State's been by far the best team in the ACC this year. It's not close. In fact, ACC, your lone hope, the one glimmer of light that you have is Florida State University. That's all you got. You ain't got nothing else. Florida State is by far and away the only thing to hang your hat on. The best team in the league, the most beautiful uniforms, the greatest tradition of them all, upwardly mobile, getting better by the week, overcoming pretty long odds with 6 starters out week to week still, though the culture's enough to carry the day. Forget about it. It's all Florida State all the time. And the ratings show that. So the next time we all gather in Charlotte, if you're a representative of the ACC, I would say it would suffice for you to just say thank you. Thank you, Mike Norvell. Thank you, Florida State. Thank you, Jeff. Thank you, Tom. Thank you, Ira. Thank you, Corey. Thank you, Aslan. Thank you, Florida State Beat. You were right all along. We cover a bunch of bitches. You cover the king of the ACC. And you're right. It's okay. We'll forgive. We understand the animosity. It's hard when you're not number one. It's okay. So Florida State is going to Charlotte, and this should be a blast. But before that, of course, Florida State's got to get healthy to finish what should be an undefeated regular season. And I think you got to get pumped up for it if you're a player, not just because it's a rivalry game, but because that other team really doesn't have a lot to play for, save for beating you. and they're going to bring everything they have. I mean, everybody knows what it's like to be in a spoiler role. We watch this happen all the time. We see upsets occur because of it. So you're going to have their undivided attention, and whatever the best version of themselves, whatever that is, you're going to get, because nobody wants to lose a rivalry game. Sucks. And nobody wants to be on the wrong side of a really ugly beatdown like Miami was a year ago, 45-3. There's no way that they haven't spent much of their free time thinking about how humiliating it is to get beat 45-3 and to really show no fight, to have your quarterback ragdoll and look like a bitch, to actually have no competitive juice whatsoever about you. That has to sit wrong with you for the course of an entire year. I mean, you were made to look like a small child against men. And in that moment, there's no way to shake that off. You walk around the city, somebody finds out you play for Miami. They ask you what it feels like to play before 10,000 people and to get ragdolled and humiliated by your arch rival. And you have to wear that. All you can do is order your food and move it along to the next game and hope like hell that somebody doesn't recognize you the next time you go out. That's the situation they find themselves in. So you know they're going to play hard as to try to avoid that year-long humiliation that they have felt consistently for the last 300 and something days.
Yeah, my hope is that Tyler Van Dyke doesn't summon some sort of extra adrenaline because he's playing in front of a real college football audience. I mean, he's been on record before saying that he likes going on the road and playing road games because it's actual college football. It's not like what he sees at home. It's
he
real.
Said that indeed. He did. Those are his words. Yeah.
His words, not mine.